I'll tell you, I'm an engineer by education. In 2002, in the summer course, Swami, I was having a job in Tata Infotech. It was a good job. My boss was good, salary was good, very nice. And Swami, in one of those interviews, asked me, "What are you doing?" So I said, "Swami, computers, coding, etc. profile." He said, "Computers for you, not good. Leave the job." Now, those days, it was very difficult to get another job, right? So I was trying to convey to Swami that, look, my boss is good, the company is good, the salary is good, so please don't make me leave the job. He said, no, it's not good for you. You leave the job. Second time, he said. I was still trying my luck to persuade Swami. He said, no, you listen to me, it's not good for you, you leave. I said, okay, Swami. So this was May 2002. I came out of the interview room, went back after a few days to Bombay, and I was trying to search for a job. Now, when will you leave the job? If you have another job in hand, only then will you leave the job, right? Normally? Yes or no? So here, I was trying to search for another job, but it was very difficult to get another job so soon because I had just completed a year. And moment I went back, I tried a lot, but nothing happened much, no movement. So July again I went to Puttaparthi because of Guru Purnima. And those days were lucky days. Swami used to see and call us. So he called and he took me to the interview. First question, I'm entering the interview room. First question, so many people. He must have met so many people between May to July, right? He must have given interviews, spoken to so many people. But first question he remembered and asked, I told you to leave your job. Did you leave your job? I was like, oh my goodness, this is gone. I said, Swami, I'm trying to search for another job and I have yet not got it, so I have not left the job. He got extremely furious, okay? And he was like on me, and everybody was sitting and everybody was looking at me like I've done something really, really bad. So Swami started shouting at me literally. I'm giving you so much of time, you don't have even iota of reverence for me. I don't speak to many, I speak only to chosen ones like you. Still you're not listening to my advice. What is the use of speaking? And he went on and on for 15 to 20 minutes, and I finally, caught his feet and said, I'm so sorry, Swami, I thought that, I should get a job. But who told you to get another job? Did I tell you to get another job? I told you to leave the job. Why are you not? Implicit obedience is bhakti, he says. Why are you not I was crying and everything. Here I'll deviate a little. So implicit obedience, I remembered one thing. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the former Prime Minister of India, he had come to Puttaparthi after becoming the Prime Minister. And Swami was granting him interview, and Swami is talking about how he should lead the country and what are the changes he should make in the constitution, etc. to lead the country better. And in between that, Vajpayee asked Swami, please tell me what is bhakti. So Swami ignored that question and he continued about talking about the country, reforms, etc. etc. After Swami finished his talk, there was again a question from Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Swami, what is bhakti? Please tell me. At the same point of time, one boy who was serving there came with 2-3 glasses of water of glass and came for serving Vajpayee and the team who was sitting there. Moment he entered, Swami looked at him, that boy who was carrying the tray, glass full of water, and Swami said, leave the tray. Drop the tray. Instantly that boy, without thinking that it is glass, it may hurt Prime Minister, it may hurt Swami, or water will splash. He just left the tray and really the glasses were here and there. Water splashed on Swami, on Vajpayee, everything, and he also got, quite ado by it. So Swami said to Vajpayee then, this is implicit bhakti. I told him to drop the tray and he instantly dropped the tray without thinking of the consequences, without thinking, just my orders, and he followed it to the core. And here I was in this situation where I had no bhakti in his language, right? No implicit obedience. In fact, I was trying to argue with him why I should not leave the job. So that was the condition, and I held Swami's feet coming back to my interview, and I said, Swami, I promise you, the moment I leave this interview room, I will send a resignation letter to my boss. The moment I said that, he became a little calm. And I was thinking that normally it is the other way around, right? Interview should not get over. This interview, I was thinking, kitna jaldi it gets over, I can run out, because I was so scared. It was a horrible situation. I thought, ground should just split and I should go inside, so that it was very, very 15-20 minutes hammering by Swami. And all that he had to say about me, he's just massacred me in that interview. So I wanted to get out of the room. So the moment I got out, those days mobile phones were not that active. So I spoke to my boss over the phone and I said, look, I will need to resign. And he was like furious, my boss, because I was a good employee. I was also happy with him, he was happy with me. And there were 2-3 projects which are going on. So he was like, what are you doing? I gave you 3 days holiday and you are just resigning like this. It's not unprofessional. Ye, wo, sab. I said, you just calm down. You don't worry about the projects. I will ensure that I'll come back and I will complete those projects, or at least hand over to somebody who is very efficient. So the work will not suffer. I assured him that. And then he was little calmer. But then he asked me, where are you? I said, I am at Puttaparthi. Oh, is that your Sai Baba was told that? I said, don't talk about my Sai Baba first. Okay. I will not listen anything. You talk anything else, but so I stopped it and I went back to Bombay. 3 months without salary. I ensured that they were ready to give me salary, but I did not take because Swami's command was there. I should leave. So better to leave. But I went there, ensured that the projects were smoothly handed over. Boss was happy. Finally gave the resignation and the formal resignation. And this was in July. In September, I get a call from HDFC Bank that there's in corporate banking, there is electronic commerce vertical which is coming up and we need people like you, so will you be interested? I said, look, it doesn't matter if I am interested or not, but somebody else has to be interested, which I'll figure out later. But first you take my interview and see whether I'm qualified, and if you feel, then I need at least 15 days to tell you yes or no. Is it okay? He said, okay. You come for the interview. There were 3 rounds of interview, grilling sessions, everything happened, got selected, got the offer letter in my hand. Now I was happy because at least there was a sane job which went away. This is a domain in banking which I never knew about, but at least I got a job because my family conditions at that point of time were not so good that I could afford not to work, right? So with great enthusiasm I went to Parthi. And those days, as I told you, moment Swami will see me, either he'll talk or call or something will happen. And that was his grace. So I went with this offer letter of HDFC Bank back to Parthi, sitting in the front row, expecting Swami to immediately talk to me, smile at me, guide me, etc., etc. And guess what? He came for the interview. He's looking through me as if I don't exist. He's taking letters from my left, right, center, behind, but ignoring me completely. And I had this one discipline that, unless Swami tells you to get up and talk, I would not. So I had letter in my hand, I was looking at him, but he will just ignore me. First day over, second day over, third day over, fourth day over. I thought Swami was angry with me in July in the interview, and his anger is continuing. So now he's not even guiding me. I had a great God whom I lost. I had a good job which I lost. I have now a new job which I'm not able to accept because he's not guiding me. What is the condition? And family's financial situation that time was not very good. So I was really worried. And then 6th day over, 7th day also getting over, and those days Swami used to come, and where the samadhi is there now, in the evening after his interview rounds he'll come, he'll sit informally and talk to students informally without a mic. So he came and I had a privilege to sit just behind students. So he came and he started talking to students, etc. And he was at a distance. So since there was no mic, I was not able to hear him. And after every 5 minutes, there was a roar of laughter amongst the students. And later I came to know that he was talking about Mahabharata incidents and Ramayana incidents of Shurpankha. And he was talking Swami on his own style, how Shurpankha's nose got cut and all that, right? They were laughing. Now here is the situation. 7 days, Swami is not looking. job gone, new job not being accepted, and extremely in a precarious condition there. So then suddenly, I don't know why, but I remember this incident. If some of you have seen this Mahabharata episode where Kauravas and Pandavas are in the battlefield, and Lord Shri Krishna's Rath, the chariot, comes in between, and Lord Shri Krishna is actually giving a discourse to Arjuna about Bhagavad Gita. And Pitama Bhishma is on the Kaurava side, and there is a very beautiful scene there where Pitama Bhishma can see Lord Krishna talking to Arjuna, but he cannot even hear a word. And he says one dialogue, which I got at that point of time, that यदि हवा का एक झोंका भी भगवान श्री कृष्ण के शब्दों को मेरे कानों तक पहुंचा दे तो मेरा ये जीवन धन्य हो जाएगा. I'll just translate it in English. If the blow of air can at least reach few words of Lord Krishna to my ears, my life will be redeemed. That was what Pitama Bhishma felt, and that dialogue was there. Here was the same situation where I was sitting in front of Bhagwan, I was not able to hear anything, and I suddenly remembered this incident. So I also earnestly from my heart prayed to Swami that, even if one blow of wind makes me hear what you are saying right now, I will be redeemed. And with lot of emotions and purity, I said that. Instantly, moment this thought occurred, Swami called Shiv Shankar Sai, the warden, then warden at that point of time, and told him something. I could see they are talking. And then Shiv Shankar Sai warden comes directly to me and says, Litesh, come, Swami is calling you. Again, omnipresence. Heart ka pukar, he calls. But then I come back into my fear senses and say, look, Swami has been angry last interview with me. He's seeing me but ignoring me since last 6 days. So are you sure? Because the hall is full, and if I am an unwanted person whom he has not called and I go, he will blast me in front of everybody, which I didn't want that to happen. So he said, no, don't be back, come fast, Swami is calling me. Then with shivering hands, actually I was not knowing what will happen. So I went and Swami went behind Swami, and Swami looked at me, oh, kabhi aaya? When did you come? Like a very good smile. I was thinking, kabhi aaya kya? You are seeing me since last 6 days and you are not ignoring me and calling me. But I was relieved a little bit because no firing in front of public at least. And then he made me sit and he introduced me to the Vice Chancellor and other senior devotees, Anil Kumar, that is there, and continued what he was talking, and I could hear Ramayana and Mahabharata from his own words for next half an hour, and I was in trance. At least one fear was gone that Swami is back with me. He will not ignore me, he will still speak to me and all that. So that was a big relief. After the speech was over, the flute started, so Swami got up from his chair, and while going, he said, what? I said, what, Swami? What is in your pocket? Now this HDFC Bank offer letter was in my pocket, which I forgot completely because of this scene. And he said, kya hai, dikhao? So I gave him the letter. Swami, you had asked me to leave the job. Now I got a new job here. So is it okay if I join? So Swami took the letter, sat back again in his seat, asked which bank, what profile, what salary, what previous salary was there, what is the kind of role, what is electronic banking, Swami, in that detail. And then I explained everything. At least 4 or 5 minutes he was talking like this. And then he said, bless karta hai, this is the right job for you, join. And today, for last 16 to 18 years, in banking segment, we have done enormous deals, such that today I'm in United States of America because University of Southern California has called me to speak about supply chain finance, which is related to banking, and blockchain, which is related to banking. So that is he ensures that your life is well connected with dots. In fact, a few years later, I happened to get my horoscope seen by some very senior astrologer, and he said, you are not doing the job in the field that you studied. Is it right? I said, right, but how do you know? And somebody has intervened and ensured that you get into the right track so that you are prosperous. Is it not right? I said, perfectly all right. Then he went on saying that if you had continued in the same IT job, he knew I was an engineer, you would not have been so successful. So see how Swami takes care, but we, at that point of time, we don't have that faith, that implicit faith in Swami that is required to follow his command, right? So that's one of the stories that I wanted to kind of share. So this today I'm living, breathing because of Swami, and my entire career, my family, my parents expired when I was very young. I was studying, and he gave me parents. Today I live with my Balukas Guru who are just like my parents. And Swami told my current mom that take care of them, my Balukas Guru. So today whatever I am, wherever I am, it is only because of his Ananta Anhad Krupa, which is just Avirat Bhayati hai. Ekdam flowing, his grace is flowing like anything. So this is one thing that I wanted to kind of share with you personally.